Hello, nice to meet you there. I am Baptiste from the Minimon team, and in this short video I am going to show you how unique our game is, both from the design perspective and the gameplay perspective. Please don't mind my French accent for the 5 minutes to come. In Minimon, we are introducing a whole new universe to our players, a world that completely differs from any other game of this kind. Everything starts within the peaceful Dudus tribe, a clan populated of minions, small but smart one-eyed creatures. The Dudus like to gather Minimons, powerful and docile monsters that they use to defend their tribes from darkness. The mini-world has been recently invaded by darkness, an evil element which affects Minimons, making them aggressive and greedy. To make the mini-world peaceful again, the Dudus tribe is going to fight against corrupted monsters and try to drive darkness out. Of course, purification is never an easy task to achieve, and in order to succeed, you need to help the Dudus find Minimons to complete their quest, and train them until they are strong enough to resist the darkest enemy. We are very proud of our graphic design. We aimed to make our game the best looking game of this kind, and we think we did a pretty good job. Indeed, we put a lot of efforts on the graphic design, and as a result, we managed to make a game with high quality textures, interfaces, lively colors and varied backgrounds. You can feel our efforts everywhere in the game, in the animated UI for example, in the different shops, in the Minimon cards, in the 3D collection cards that are a very nice feature you can collect in the game. The battle animations are also very good in my opinion, especially if you awaken several minions at the same moment and use their C-strikes simultaneously. You can obtain very good looking combos if you know how to use your minions correctly. Finally, the items the players can collect are also a very nice looking element of the game. As we combined all these elements with the cheerful background music, we eventually obtained a very pleasant atmosphere that makes the game enjoyable for most players. The characters' design also make our game unique compared to the others. At first, we wanted to design original characters that could combine both Eastern and Western cultures. We made a lot of sketches for each character, with multiple drawing styles, both with 1 and 2 eyes, and we thought that to make our game special, we had to try something that the other games didn't have. That's the reason we chose the one-eyed monsters design and kept it for the rest of the game. Since then, each Minimon results of a long consideration on their appearance and their personality. We care about details, and we think our efforts are not wasted, because since our game was released in the store, we got an average 5 stars rating, with most of the compliments mentioning our great graphics and nice monster design. We already talked a lot about the graphics. Let's not talk about the other unique feature of our game, the gameplay system. You may think that a few games on the market have similar fighting systems, but Minimon has its singularities that make it way more fun and strategic. In our game, we introduce a new feature called the Awakening system. You awaken a Minimon during the fight to empower his abilities. It does not affect each Minimon the same way, so you have to choose wisely which Minimon to awaken when it is possible, depending on what you mostly need to win your battle. In addition, all of our Minimons have different abilities and strengths that allow you to imagine many varied and original strategies, combos and synergies. Let's illustrate what I've just said with one good example. In this fight, I want to show you how important the awakening system is for our battles. There, I can only awaken one of my Minimons. You can see that my front row Minimons haven't many HP left, and as Florus has the ability to heal his mates with his C-strike, I want him to survive long enough to use it. So I choose to awaken Florus to reduce the damage he receives. I can now awaken the second Minimon. You can see the enemy Rathos starts casting his Firestorm, and Aqua is about to land her C-strike. Both of them will deal a huge amount of magic damage. That's why the second minion I choose to awaken is Obi, whose C-Strike can protect my team and make them immune to magic damage. As a result, all the damage from Rathos and Aqua is absorbed by Obi's shield. I also had to awaken my Sorrow to make sure he doesn't die, because it reduces the damage he receives as well. You can see Florus and Obi are not awake anymore, and as Rathos starts using his Firestorm again, I awake them to use their C-Strike and keep my team alive. Look at how resistant they have become with these C-Strikes. You can now see the enemy team is hurt, and as I want to quickly finish the fight without losing any minion, I awaken my attacker, Sparky, to increase the damage he deals. I can now use his C-Strike to clear the enemy front row. Thanks to my good use of the awakening system, I did not lose any Minimon during this fight. If I had chosen another order, the result would have been different. As you can see, tactics, strategy, wisdom and luck are all important in our game. You can find a lot of new friends in our game and fight along with them against darkness and bosses, and you can have a hell of an adventure. Thank you for watching this video, and we will see you in the mini world.